One day I sat with Grandma while the sun set behind her garden. I asked her, Grandma, wasn't life hard when you were young? How did you survive with no TV, no phone, no car, no washing machine, no stove, and no electricity? I don't like school, Grandma. Did you go to school? Did you like school?
So many questions, Nikhil. Let me tell you all about my life. In those days, not everybody had access to phones, which used to be called landlines. When there was an emergency or someone passed away, we had to physically walk from home to home to spread the news. We didn't have all the gadgets or things available like today, but what we did have back then was time. We spent hours talking until late at night. All the community gathered around. There was a lot of laughter. Everyone was family, whether related by blood or not. Everyone helped one another. I was born in a town called Roosfontein in Durban, South Africa in 1940, right in the middle of World War II. World War II started in 1939 and ended when I was 5 years old. I was the second of 8 children. When I was 3 months old, my parents moved to New Germany in Durban and I stayed there until I married. I grew up during apartheid when everything, schools, markets, beaches, even the toilets were segregated. This meant that schools were based on the color of our skin. So I went to an Indian-only school. I started school at the age of 7. My parents could not afford to buy our school uniform, so my mum bought material and sewed the clothes by hand for all 8 of us. Imagine this for a minute, Nikhil. Imagine your great-grandma cutting the material and doing hand stitching, especially at night using a lantern. There were 4 boys and 4 girls. So that meant sewing trousers, shorts, shirts for the boys, and dresses for the girls. Plus, don't forget the underwear. That would have been more than 20 items of clothing. And if she had to do 2 sets per child, and she sewed outfits for herself and your great-grandfather, that's a lot of sewing by hand. The dress code for school was very strict. Girls with long hair had to have it braided in 2 plaits tied in a ribbon. School was 5 kilometers away and started at 8 a.m. and finished at 3 p.m. That's 40 minutes earlier than your start time. Not fair. We did not have transportation, so I walked to school with my siblings. The round trip was around 2 hours, which meant I left home before 7 a.m. to make it to school on time. I used to rush in the morning to eat my butter bread and tea with milk. The milk was from our cow on the farm. We did not take lunch to school. This was provided by the school every day and included curries like dal and beans with 2 slices of bread. Cocoa was our drink with lunch. We did not get any snacks. At first, I was a little scared of being in school. I used to follow my brother Percy everywhere, even into the boys' toilets. At night, we all did our homework using a lantern. There were no electric lights. I loved school and was smart, so I got to skip year 4 and went straight from year 3 to 5. The final year of school was at age 14. That's the same as year 9 today. I wanted to go out to work after I finished school, but I was not allowed to. Instead, I worked on the farm and did household work. Toys were a luxury in those days, and there was no TV until the 1970s. But let me tell you the fun we had without screens. We played hopscotch, 3 tins, 5 stones, and netball at school. I loved competing in sports events, especially running and netball. I ran very fast, so fast that I became the fastest runner in my class. Maybe that's why you are so fast in running too. Now, Nikhil, your chores are sweeping the veranda and picking up macadamias on the weekend, right? Now, let me tell you what I used to do every day. Together with my siblings, I swept and washed the house. I helped grow carrots, tomatoes, millies, chilies, and green beans on the family farm. The men used to carry wood home from the match factory. At night, the wood was chopped. Even I helped to chop wood and to cook over a fire. I used to carry bunches of banana from the farm to the house with my sisters. I remember carrying a bunch one day, not realizing there was a pechuana, you may call a chameleon, in it. That was the first time I screamed so loudly and threw the banana on the ground. Safe to say, I don't like pechuanas. We did not have water readily available and had to walk for miles to get it from the river, which was boiled and used to bathe. Drinking water was available in drums from a communal area close to home. There was no washing machines, so we used to take the clothes to the local river and washed it. It was hard work doing all these chores, but we loved it because we all did it together. Nobody complained.
I love the sponge cake we make together, Grandma. Besides baking, what are your other favorite things?
I love sewing and listening to music on the radio. I used to sew my own clothes, blouses, skirts, and dresses. I taught my younger sister to sew. She is a professional seamstress. I also love experimenting with spices and came up with my own 9 kinds of secret spices to make curries taste yummy. My favorite singers are Elvis Presley and Cliff Richard. Recently, I've loved listening to You Are My Sunshine. I love reading and learning fun facts, like how apple cider vinegar is super healthy. Now let's talk about my wedding. I was married at age 23 in 1964 in a lavish wedding with over 1,000 guests. It was an arranged marriage, which means the parents decided who we should marry.
Wait, what did you say, Grandma? Your mom and dad chose who you will marry? What if you don't like the person?
Yes, Nikhil, our parents decided for us. There was no dating, and I went from being single to married within 5 months. I remember the dates. On 3rd November 1963, Grandpa's family, the Zugwas, came to say hello. On 5th January 1964, they came to say they were interested in me marrying your grandpa. On 9th February 1964, we were engaged, and on 26 April 1964, we were married. They simply put up a marquee in Grandpa's home, performed the ceremony, and had plenty of food to eat. We must have liked each other. We were married for 27 years until your grandpa passed away in 1991. In those days, there was no honeymoon or traveling to an exotic destination. After the wedding, the bride remained in the groom's home and life began. It's not like today, where the couple starts out on their own. In those days, you lived with the whole family. In my case, that included your brother-in-laws, sister-in-laws, parents-in-laws, parents-in-laws' parents, the list goes on. I always say that if my hands could talk, they would tell many stories. The men were farmers, so they would start work very early. I would be up at 4 a.m. cooking at least 4 meals for breakfast, lunch, afternoon tea, and dinner. In between, it was chores, raising your aunts and uncles, and helping out on the farm. Shopping is not like today when mum asks you what you would like from the shops. In those days, it was done by the men, with transport being the horse and cart. You did not give them a shopping list. You just had to make do with what the men bought. Did you know, Nikhil? In 1970, your grandma was one of the very first women to get a heavy-duty driver's license. Just so you can imagine it, the size of truck I could drive was like the big sugarcane trucks that take the cane to the sugar mill. Grandpa and I were blessed with 5 children. In those days, there were no diapers, only cloth nappies, and we could only afford to buy a few sets of clothes, which was washed daily and reused. Today, my family has grown with 5 grandchildren and 3 great-grandchildren. In 1977, our family land in Newlands was purchased by the council. So after 13 years of being with the extended family, we ventured out on our own. Grandpa purchased a 10-acre piece of land, mainly bushland. He planted sugarcane whilst tilling the land to plant vegetables to earn some immediate cash. Vegetables included green beans, parsley, spring onions, mint, thyme, white carrot, and Chinese cabbage. The primary way to sell was in the local markets and through word of mouth. We worked until the early hours of the morning and then went to the markets to sell the produce. We still have the farm today and one customer that has been with us for 3 generations. We were determined to give our children a better life, so they did not have the same struggles we did. When I was 70 years old, I was diagnosed with cancer. One thing I did during that difficult time was to remain positive. No matter what challenges you face in life, Nikhil, I want you to never give up and always be hopeful that tomorrow will be better. In my 85 years of living, Nikhil, what I've learned is that in a world full of noise and speed, slow down, talk to each other, make time, because love, laughter, and community never go out of style.